Robert Crossno, Jeremy Smith.
What to say, guys? Thank you.
178.
178. 178.
Laker Howell, Brian Hester. Appreciate it.
Right, all right.
All right.
Don't cover. 174.
Jesse Wiggins, Jesus Morales.
74.
Intersect.
Hey. Kill switch hooked up forward, please. Yes. Hook your kill switch up. Thank you, buddy.
Let's do that.
141.
Different breeds of dogs that he does on glue with, and one of them is a corgi, and I don't get it. That's what he just did.
What breed?
It's a cross between a miniature pincer and a long-haired dachshund.
Okay. My son's dog's a long-haired Dachshund and like a Cocker Spaniel or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was this rescue dog, so it's feisty. Skateboarders go by, goes crazy. Goes absolutely nuts. Oh, we gotta wait for these guys. Oh well. I just threw a shaky head, you know, just anywhere and everywhere. It's so hard when you're focused in on doing what you're doing, you know.
Right.
And for me, I'm just throwing wherever.
I mean, I think that, did all your fish come off the bottom pretty much?
Yeah, every one of them. Yeah, for sure. Yes. Step right there.
You know, it's fun to be here. You know, doing this Toyota series this year for me has been a blast because I've got to fishing with my son. My fish, you just saw him doing it as a co-angler, so that's been a lot of fun. You know, and kind of sucked me in. You know, I had a couple of bites get off, have those big fish follow it, and it just didn't happen. We got tomorrow, and who knows? Maybe they'll kind of do 20-pound bag. And it is fantastic. Family first, just all is sunny, and it's just easy to come to scale.
3-3.
3 and 3 for Todd.
Thank you.
Take it through it.
What's the problem? Lost a couple. There's no drives. That's an issue.
Big Daddy, how'd you go, bud?
Oh, it was good. I got 3. Happy about that. Caught the last one the last 2 minutes to go.
In the game with 2 pounds and 5 ounces, just about 50th place. You're not out of it yet. Nobody is. Harry, Linson Bigler. Nailed it. Right? The Dover Florida Pro has a pre-bass bag. For Harry, that's coming in at 5 pounds and 7 ounces. Linson, yeah. Big Daddy.
Yes, sir.
Long Beach, California co-angler. Listen, don't let this fool you. He happened to just help us out and fished one this past year as a co-angler. He's been a pro his whole career. He qualified as a co-angler. He's here as a co-angler. It's got to be nice sometimes just sit in the back of the boat and go fishing.
Man, it's really nice. There's no stress. You just go back there and you're able to cover the water all over the place and do what you do. But I got to tell you a quick story. This morning, my pro partner over there told me, hey, I'll get you, we'll meet you at your house at 6:45. And then about 6:30 gives me a call and says, I just broke a coolant line.
Oh, no.
His grandmother had a truck and she came and got him, and we were like maybe 5 minutes late at the most. Awesome.
Wow. Grandma, if you're watching, thanks, Grandma. It's awesome. Everybody loves a grandma. Here we go, Todd. We got 3 on the scales here on day 1. Pretty good weight out of the back of the boat, I promise you. 3 coming to the scales at 7 pounds and an ounce. Got you cooking to the top 10. Big Daddy, Todd Woods.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Hope your grandma bought some. Chris Jones, the Oklahoma Pro.
Can I get a shot of one of my fish? Can you take a picture of one of my fish? Are you doing a picture? Yeah, where at? Where do you want me? Right here?
What's that? Take right there.
All right.
Scott Parsons, Rogers, Arkansas co-angler. Got the crew out there. Moving on. He's got a pair of keepers out of the back of the boat too. That's going to give you a weight. Oh,
You can come in the picture with me.
Good start. Yeah. Here we go.
Thank you.
The Bears, there's Dennis Bearhorse, Holt Summit, Missouri Pro. Woo!
What's happening? How'd it go? Did you get him?
I got almost 14 something.
Oh, Charlie, you're the man. Good job. Some gas money for you.
Appreciate it.
You got it, brother. Well, if you got it, I'm out.
All right, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, brother.
Wear them out.
It's a good time. I'll come to Florida. I'll know where to hang out. Thanks.
Good luck
Thanks for saving us. Appreciate it. You saved the day.
I wasn't sure whether I was going to get there in time. It was like,
we were good. We were about 7 minutes late at the most.
wow.
Yeah, and they put the boat check so far back that we would have been, when they were calling numbers, we would have been had a better, you know, but they put it way in the back, in the corner. They should have put it out further.
Oh, yeah. But that's a good thing.
Oh well. Yeah, we got it done.
Yay. So,
Yeah. All right.
good
You
luck
guys
tomorrow.
take care. Yeah. Good luck to you guys, especially with your vehicle.
Daddy, top 10?
I was, but there were still 100 people away in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was in 10th.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Great start.
How'd you do?
I blanked.
You blanked?
You just coming back, or did you come back and leave?
So this morning, my guy called me and said, "Hey, I just broke down. I just blew a coolant line in my truck."
Oh, damn.
And he says, my grandmother came to see me, and she's gonna bring her truck. So we were only 10 minutes late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it worked out somehow. The guy broke down this morning.
He left the grandmother on the side of the road?
Well, no, the grandmother came with him in the truck. He left his truck on the side of the road.
Shower. You want to get in the bathroom before I go?
No, I'm good. Thanks. So we were about 10 minutes late. They were calling boat number 190, and we were boat number 113.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, and then we are coming. We got a 4:30 check-in, and I set my alarm for 4 o'clock. Okay, my alarm goes off 4 o'clock. It's at 4 o'clock. He goes to another spot. 4:15. I catch my third fish, third keeper.
Nice.
And he makes another cast. I make another cast. I go, it's 4:15. It's 4:17. Because, oh, we got plenty of time. I'm like, okay. So at 4:20, he goes, let's go. So I'm thinking he's going back, right? 4:30 weigh-in. He starts going left. I'm like, I'm panicking.
Yeah.
I'm like, uh-oh. I go, are you going the right way? Because I can't hear you. He pulls up to the spot because it's crankbait, and I'm like, 4:17. He goes, oh yeah, it's only 5 minute run. I'm like, okay. If you catch a fish, we're gonna be late. You know, you gotta weigh in the fish factor also. At 4:24, he puts his rod in the deal, and he's scrambling to get everything. We pulled in check-in at 4:30 exactly. He looked at his clock. He goes, we made it. And the guy called our number because we were the only one left. He's all, you number 113? Like, yeah.
That's
27 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is the guy
27.
from Florida.
Skeeter, 65 miles an hour, you know, running. I mean, you know, I was nervous, you know, because I had 3 fish.
Yeah, that's a hell of a bag for a toy.
A pound a minute. You know, so
what'd you catch him on?
shaky head.
Shaky head.
Yeah.
Like,
I caught a ton on drop shot, but they 14 3/4.
My guy was just not around him. I didn't catch any. I caught one dink on his drop shot, and that was it.
He was scoping them. But he was scoping them, and I was close enough that I could cast to the shore. So I would cast to the shore. Oh, I'm on. they'd be 14 3/4, 14 7/8. I mean, just missing the 15-inch mark.
What were you drop shotting with?
Zoom finesse, green pumpkin purple.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going with that one since I caught some.
Yeah, it don't matter. Cody told me to throw a green pumpkin. You know. So
I just don't think the guy was around him because he weighed in 2. He only caught those 2 keepers. I think he might have caught maybe 3 other fish. So
I counted every fish. I caught 11 fish, and they were all 14 inches and something.
Dude, at least you're catching fish.
Yeah, and it seemed like all the keepers came on the shaky head. It's one of those deals.
So, Todd, this is my son Mason.
Hey, Nathan.
Mason.
How are you?
Todd is who I fished with.
Nice to meet you, sir.
On what day? Tuesday.
Tuesday, I think it was.
I'm sorry, I can't remember your name.
Gabe.
Gabe?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
That's me, sir.
How'd you do? You?
I had 7 pounds.
Did you really? Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
The co-anglers are kicking their tail here.
I got 0.
Yeah, he lanked. I mean, I caught my last fish with 2 minutes to go, or 2 or 3 minutes to go, so that helped. But my guy broke down this morning.
Kidding me.
No, he broke down somewhere down there, and fortunately, he's from Florida. His grandmother drove all the way from someplace to come watch him, and she had a truck. She had a truck.
Oh, wow.
So we were only like 10 minutes late with his car breaking down. Unbelievable.
It broke down this morning?
Yeah, broke down on the way here.
Oh, wow.
He says his coolant got a deal.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, I mean,
you
I
guys
told him,
were-
I said, I can get him in my, I could have got him in my
were
truck.
10 minutes late taking off.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they were like,
yeah, that's not too bad.
we were boat 113 and they were like in 190 or somewhere around there when we,
Well, yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So.
You
Yeah,
know.
I went to my first spot and I throw that glide bait out there and I immediately had one miss it. Ah. And then I did I catch one or lose one first? I can't remember. It ends up I caught one, you know, the one fish I had, and then I throw out next to a tree and I get it on and it just comes off. I mean, I'm like, I haven't lost a fish on the thing all week,
Right.
and it just comes off. And I'm like excited. I'm like,
It's early.
Man, they're biting. You know?
Yeah,
And
it's
I had
early.
1 or 2 more bump it down through there, and then I ran to my next spot where I thought I'd really catch them.
0.
I think I had like 1 or 2 follows the rest of the day.
Oh,
I mean, you know, in practice, I could throw over a brush pile and watch them come.
yeah.
They just sit down there. They would not even come after it today.
What I found interesting is he had a glide bait on, and after he never made one cast with it, and he put it in his rod locker after about half the day. He's like, I'm not going to fish this thing, and I didn't say anything to him. So,
Wow.
you know,
Crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, it sucks to when you're kind of out of it going into the second day. You know? I mean, you're like, you
yeah,
know, I could go catch 20 pounds tomorrow, and
Well-
so
yeah,
yeah, today was a weird day.
yeah. I'm fishing with one of the international anglers tomorroll.
From where at?
I don't know. I just saw his name, and I saw it was a 270 area code, which
What's
is
that- what's his
FLW
name?
headquarters.
Do you remember?
I'll tell you,
Let's see if it's one of the Zimbabwe guys.
no, well, I don't know. It sounds like a Hispanic name.
Spanish or Mexican?
Yeah, or George Mario Traperio.
Let's see. So Clint, Mark, Neil, and Alex are the Zimbabwe guys. So it's not
Okay.
one of those.
Yeah. I met one of the guys that you went to dinner, you know,
Oh, yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
He
Huh,
introduced
yeah, they're
us.
neat. They're good
They
guys.
seem like good guys.
Huh.
They seem like a party.
What's that?
They seem like a party.
Well, they're staying at one of those nice places over there with my buddy. I'm like, damn, it's like a 5-bedroom, brand new. I can't even imagine what it costs a night.
Right.
Big hot tub. First thing, I've never met these guys, and my buddy Robert, I knock on the door and I see like a guy go walking through with like a towel, like he got out of the shower. I'm like,
What's going on?
okay, this is weird. And then I see my buddy Robert and I see his wife, and they're walking around.
What do
and
you guys got going
I'm like,
on
what is
there?
going on? And then I go walking in here because another guy with a towel wrapped around. I'm like, wow, these Zimbabwe guys aren't shy. But I didn't realize there was a hot tub in there, and they were just all getting out of the hot tub. But I'm like, still, It was like, nice to meet
They're in
you
their
too.
skivvies.
Yeah.
They're probably wearing banana hammocks
Yeah,
too, you know.
I have no idea. I didn't want to find out what was on under the towel. So. Yeah, they're
That's funny.
they're a trip. Did I tell you talking to them? I had no idea. Of the 4 guys, the guy with his smallest personal best was like a 12 something.
Oh,
I had no idea. The one guy, he's caught 2 17s. The other one like a 15. I didn't realize Zimbabwe had
and they're
that big
real
bass.
largemouth bass.
Yeah,
They're not
these are
some weird,
freaking-
funky
they're
Australian thing.
Giant. They make them look like they'd eat California
Oh
bass.
my
I mean, they're
gosh.
that big.
Wow.
So, yeah, needless to say, they weren't very impressed with this place.
Yeah, I bet.
So, but yeah, I was shocked at the size of the bass they catch. Of course, now he told me like their biggest lake is not as big as like the Indian Creek arm of this place.
Right.
So, crazy. Well, I wanted you to meet Mason.
Yes, nice to meet you, Nathan.
I guess I'm gonna have to tie on something for tomorrow.
Yeah. And Thad. Double deuce! Brett.
169. 169.
169. Cody Huff. Joseph Casal. Yep.
The hammer.
Hey, we gotta get you guys out of the way up
Hey,
there.
let's go.
What we got going on up here?
Get them boats out of the way.
Ben McCann, Joey Burdick, 445. Thanks, guys.
Phone number 82.
Wesley Dawson, Ken Coates.
Dodger 93, boat number 94. Dodger 94, boat number 95. Dodger 95, boat number 96. Dodger 96, boat number 97. Dodger 97, boat number 98. Dodger 98, boat number 99.
All right, I'm sitting here with the 25th co-angler, the guy, the bubble boy, as they call it. And what's your name?
Robert Masson,
Robert Messon. So, where are you from?
Calhoun, Louisiana.
So you're a long way from home.
Not that far.
Okay, how far? How many miles?
About 6 hours.
Oh, 6 hours. Yeah, I guess you're
actually
not far
live
compared to
north
me.
Louisiana, so I'm only about 30 minutes from the state line.
Okay, good deal. Who'd you fish with? You remember your guy's name? It's okay if you don't.
First day was Trevor, which is the pro that won the Lake Ozarks last year.
Okay.
Then my guy from California yesterday, I can't remember his name right off the bat.
Okay.
But 2 great guys I fished with. I'm talking about, I couldn't ask for nothing better.
Great. And how did you catch your fish, if you don't mind me asking?
First day was fishing shallow, then second day was fishing probably about 60 foot of water.
60 feet the second day. Okay, wow, nice and deep. So, obviously, you know, seeing in the 25th, would you have done anything different?
No, I'm talking. You have all the pros that are actually using forward-facing sonar and looking for the brush tops that's got the fish suspended in them. So the cove in the back is kind of got a disadvantage if they're out there that deep.
Yeah.
But I feel that you can go, if a pro goes shallow, they'll have a little bit. I'm talking about, he'll have to cover the backwater behind the pro, but I think he has a better chance of catching them instead of being up shallow than being out deep.
Okay, so I think it's funny because the forward-facing sonar deal is always it's the talk of the town, as we know.
Oh, yes.
And you sitting in 25th, I think, you know, you got 175 co-anglers behind you that I guarantee you that's their excuse, forward-facing sonar, but yet you're in the top 25. So
Yes.
something to be proud of, because you're not competing with the pro.
No.
You're not competing against forward-facing sonar. You're competing against the other 200 co-anglers.
Yes.
You know, so I just want to congratulate you on your finish. I mean,
Thank you.
you know, obviously it's the last day, and hopefully you'll be able to make a big move today. You have nothing to lose.
I made a big move yesterday. I think I was in the 130th something place.
Wow.
And moved up to 25th.
How much weight did you have yesterday?
Right at 8 pounds.
Okay.
I only
Okay.
had 3 fish, but they
Yeah.
were 3 good chunky fish.
Good deal. Well, you made a great adjustment. I actually had 7 pounds the first day. I was sitting in 12, and I went the opposite direction. I zeroed yesterday. So, you know, good job. Good job for you.
Thank
So
you.
good luck. All right. I've got the 3rd place co-angler out here at the MLF Toyota Championship. And Zach, are you excited about being in 3rd place?
Very much so. Back home during the division, we got lucky enough. We were in this same situation a couple of times back home, so we're excited to see if we can't get it done this time.
Okay, good deal. Have you ever won a tournament as a co-angler?
No, sir. Closest I've got is 5th.
Wow, wow. Well, you have a great chance being in 3rd. I really hope you do well. What advice can you give the guys that are, you know, in 199th place? You know, everyone's making excuses. Everybody's forward-facing sonar. Everybody's catching them that way. What advice can you give those guys?
Honestly, on the back of the boat, unfortunately, co-angling is a mental game. All you gotta do is keep casting and hope for a couple of the right bites. I had the same thing happen to me on day 1. I was lucky enough. I just made 2 of the right casts and ended up with 2 fish. Put me in a decent spot, and they got lucky enough to go out and sack them up yesterday.
Wow. The main word that you just said, I think, describes it. Me as a co-angler and as a professional angler,
Yes.
mental.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a mental game 100%. I was told some guys were actually sitting on their seat just dragging a worm around because they were so out of it mentally.
Yes, sir. I've seen that a couple of times. Unfortunately, it's just like baseball or any of them other sports. It's 99% mental. Fishing's about that much of what we actually do.
Yeah, and where are you from?
Florida. So
Florida.
North Central Florida, around Gainesville, University of Florida.
Yeah, a little bit of a drive. You have a family, kids?
No, sir. I'm
No
22.
single guy. 2 single guys. All right. Well,
Yes, sir.
well, good luck to you. You have any baits? What are you going to be throwing out there?
Probably gonna be throwing a 2.8 Kitech and also it's a Raid Japan. It's a really tiny swim bait. It's like 1.5 inches, 2 inches long.
Wow. What
It's a little
head are you going to
underspin.
put on it?
It's a 7-gram head, so I think it's about a 1/4 ounce.
Okay. Wow. Good deal. Well, good luck.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. All right. I got 8th place finisher, Casey.
Casey McCommons.
All right, Casey.
Illinois.
And who'd you fish with the first 2 days?
So first day I had Christian Geico.
Okay.
It was a great day on the water. Did some things a little different than I normally do, but ended up with 3 fish. You know, had just a little over 4 pounds. Would have liked to have 5, obviously, but
yeah,
you know, it was tough. Then day 2 I had Eric Luzak.
Okay.
He's a international on the Canadian side.
Yeah.
Really good boater. Way different than what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
He was live scoping. You know, we're, I'd say, 30 to 100 foot of water most of the time, averaging probably 50 to 70 foot area. Makes it tough for a co, you know. Really, I just tried to get in that mindset as a co and, you know, do some things that I felt could help me out, you know. Obviously, I don't have live scope, you know, on the back, so ended up with 4 fish. He was great to fish with. You know, little things like left his electronics on the back so I could at least see depth and, and, you know, some 2D, and gave me the option if I wanted to turn on down and side, you know, some things that you don't always get that opportunity, and really helps out, you know. Not sure I helped me catch fish, but at least makes me feel like I'm able to know my depths and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, and him being from Canada, how did he end up doing?
He did well. I think he's sitting in 15th, I think,
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
He had, I think, around 13 pounds. So
Great.
Caught a lot of fish.
Okay.
You know, caught his 5 pretty quick.
Yeah.
And, you know, just kept fishing from there. I think called up several times. And
So obviously you weren't a spectator in the deal because you sit in 8th place. You caught fish with him, but would you say that, you know, the theme of this video is definitely going to be live scoping because everybody's either complaining about it or they're praising it. And being a co-angler, I was a co-angler also. You know, my guy live scoped the first day, but I was in 12th place, you know, going in the first day. So I have no excuse, you know, and when we don't have excuses, we use excuses as when we don't catch them, you know. And my other excuse was I had an international angler. You had an international angler. So I can't use that excuse, you know, and so you're catching fish. What was the main bait, or what did you learn from him live scoping?
From him, just watching how he. So I live scope some when I'm fishing myself. You know, I'm not great at it. I would like to be better. So I did learn things from him, what he was looking for when he found fish, whether they were relating to bait, whether they were just sitting, you know, on bottom or near bottom. When he was finding bait, you know, how he fished it, you know, how he was presenting his lures, you know, adding some different things to them. I don't want to talk too much about it, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, definitely did learn some things. So I did catch fish, that's great.
Yeah.
But also learned things in the meantime.
Absolutely.
You know? So it's all a learning experience. And what you said, the debates on that, it's funny, I was just on Facebook on the Toyota page, and there's been a lot of heated conversations about this. I think at the regional or the All-American, I think. Del Hollow. I think that's where it was at. Anyways, I guess the co's just struggled big time.
Yeah.
And guys were really griping about it. And obviously you can catch fish. Guys are doing it.
Right.
You know, a lot of guys are striking out too.
Yeah.
I could see where it could hurt. You know, with the co-angler side, definitely.
Yeah. I don't see it as a hurt. I see it as like everything that we do in life. You have to adapt.
Yes.
You know, and you're not fishing against the pro. You're not fishing against live scope. You're fishing against the other 200 anglers.
Right.
You know, and last thing, give us a tip of what we could do better as a co-angler when we are fishing with a guy with live scope, especially you sitting in 8th place.
I just think you got to get in that mindset that there are fish there. You can't give up. You just got to keep grinding it out. I mean, it's tough. I saw a lot of co's yesterday sitting down, you know, just holding a rod off the side, you know. It's like they're giving up, you know. And I caught one fish early, and my others came late, you know. But it's a grind, and, you know, it can feel daunting out there in the middle of open water and not knowing what's going on. But, you know, just stick it out. And obviously, you know, if you're with a boater that's around fish, just realize there's fish out there.
Fish around.
You know, so just stick it out and, you know, do your best.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Casey. That's a great interview, and I look forward to seeing you move up from 8th place.
I hope so.
All right. Give your name real quick.
My name is Brad Jelinek.
All right. What place are you in?
I am currently in 17th place.
Wow. Okay. So you got to either make a big move.
Yep.
And what are you going to do to make that move?
Try to make the 5 best casts of my life.
Okay. All right. And what would $200,000 mean to you?
It would mean a lot. We can pay off our house and do all that kind of fun stuff and maybe take one vacation.
So there's a we.
Yep.
I'm mom.
I'm mom.
That's my wife.
Okay. So support group is very, very important.
Yes, absolutely. Wouldn't be here without them, that's for sure.
Yeah, good deal. Any words of advice for the guys in the 176th and down?
So last month I was pretty low in fishing on my home lake, and then you come back and just kind of ride the lows and ride the highs, and you never know.
Okay.
Honestly, just keep fishing hard, and make the next tournament your best one.
And where's home?
Home is actually 2.5 hours north of here, Lake of the Ozarks, Truman Lake area.
Okay, so you're used to this kind of
situation.
Little
bit, yeah.
Well, good deal, man. Well, thanks for the interview.
Yep,
good luck,
absolutely.
and I hope to see you at the top.
Hey, thank you.
You got it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
My name's Drew Gill.
All right, and where are you sitting?
I'm sitting in 5th place here at the Toyota Championship in Branson.
Awesome. And how do you feel? Can you see $200,000 in your sights?
I can see it, man, but I mean, it's one of those situations where I could run across a lot of the right bites today, or I could run across none of them. It's just about being in the right section of the lake, right as, you know, that bait fish migration's going through it. So I'm gonna really need to land on the right places when they're, you know, moving right, and get a couple of those extra good bites. Yesterday I caught my whole limit in 40 minutes, so wow. Hoping it's that easy today.
Okay, and some advice for the 176 angler all the way down to the 200s, real quick.
Oh man, you know, the best way to consistently get bit out here at Table Rock Lake is generally to, you know, find some of the deeper cover in this lake. There's a lot of deep brush, a lot of deep rock piles, deep road beds, things like that. It's a good way to be consistent. That was my plan going into this tournament, and you know, I was able to catch a couple consistent bags out of it, but it wasn't most of the fish I ended up weighing. But man, the best way to be consistent here is to just get around some of that deeper cover where a lot of those really, you know, nice quality spotted bass live, and stay fishing for the spots and smallmouth.
Okay, how deep you fishing?
Right now, my boat's sitting at about 120 feet of water, but most of the fish I'm fishing for are about 10 feet deep, so they're not deep at all.
Awesome. Thank you, Drew. We appreciate it. All right, I got 8th place finisher Walker from Alabama. He's sitting in 8th right now here at the MLF Table Rock Tackle Warehouse Championship. And how you feeling about today?
Pretty good, man. Should be fun. We're going to catch a lot of fish.
You're going to catch a lot of fish.
Hopefully they're the right size, but we'll catch a lot.
Yeah, have you been catching a lot of fish?
Yeah, 30, 40 a day.
30, 40 a day. Wow. Well, tell me about it. Tell me about your day and your practice.
Practice was fun. I caught a lot of good fish shallow, but I think the cold weather and no wind or clouds made that bite go away. So I had to adjust. Day one, I fished shallow for about 2.5, 3 hours. Didn't take a bite. I pulled out on place. I caught some in practice. Like 5 minutes in, I caught one almost 3 pounds, and so I just stuck with it. Catching anywhere from like 60 to 100 foot.
60 to 100 foot.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, like I said, this is what this interview is going to be all about. I have a feeling, and all this is, are you scoping them?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, and are your co-anglers catching any fish?
Yeah, they've caught some. The guy on the first day caught them better because they were more grouped up in schools. Yesterday they seemed to be like singles or groups of 2 or 3.
Okay.
You catch one and they scatter.
Yeah.
But maybe today, cloudy weather, they might school up.
Okay, and what's your co-anglers doing in the back of the boat to catch fish behind you?
Drop shot.
They're just drop shot.
Yep. When I hook one, they drop it right down straight behind the boat.
Yeah.
And then if there's a group of them, they'll swim up and eat it.
Wow, that's
but
awesome.
Hopefully, you know, like the first guy, I think he caught 7 or 8, but he only had 3 keepers. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of catching the right one.
That's great. And what are you doing to catch yours?
I'm catching mine on a Tamiki, but I'm using one a little bit bigger than most people.
Okay.
Like a 3/4 or a 1 ounce.
A 3/4 or 1 ounce. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Can I look at it? Can I get a picture of it? I promise I won't share it until after the Derby. All right, Matt. First place in the MLF Toyota Championship over here at Table Rock, and man, I'm honored to be able to shake your hand. Thank you very much for taking this interview. Thank you. I just want to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
How do you feel?
Oh man, I feel you know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. The biggest tournament of my life, you know, leading it going into the final day. But overall, I just feel blessed. Feel blessed to be here. God's given me the opportunity, and you know, win, lose, or draw, it's going to be a fun day.
Awesome. And where are you from?
I'm from Northern Indiana, Elkhart.
Northern. So you're nowhere near Table Rock. That's the way we look at it, right?
I've never even fished in this far south other than Florida. So
wow.
This is nothing close to what I fish at home.
Okay. And how did you do in the standings in your region?
So in the Northerns, I finished 9th.
Okay.
I had a decent season. Didn't have any top 5s or anything, but also didn't have any bad tournaments. So
yeah,
and that's kind of been the history for me. You know, I seem to be pretty consistent, but today we're going out trying to win, so it's a little bit different scenario.
Okay, have you ever won an event?
Yeah, a few. I won a BFL a few years back, and I mean, I've won some big local stuff and big regional stuff, but you know, never at the Toyota level.
Okay, and so what does this mean? Do you have a family, wife, kids, and all that stuff?
So I have a wife. I have the best wife in the world. No kids yet.
Okay.
A couple dogs, so I think they'd live pretty good if I could get the win here. And you know, there's a who knows what we do with it, but it would be awesome. It's the money is one thing, but man, just the feeling of getting that win against this competition. I mean, some of the best fishermen in the world would be awesome.
200. We have over 200 guys fishing this. We like to call them derbies. I mean, you know, derbies, tournaments, championships. What is it? I mean, to win something like this would definitely be, I had no idea who you are. I'm going to know who you are now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to know who you are if you win this deal.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what kind of a lead you have or anything like that, but what are you going to do to make it happen?
Man, it's going to be tough. You know, we're going to try to get in a better rotation than what I got yesterday. Day 1 went really well. Day 2 was a lot tougher. So we're going to start off on some stuff. I'm doing things a little bit different than most of the field, but I've got a couple areas, and if those areas are firing today, I think that gives us the chance to win. Without those, I don't know what I can catch, but we're just going to have to see if things are happening.
Okay, can you tell us about your fishing? When you say rotation, are you rotating with guys, or are you rotating just spots?
No, I'm spots. I mean,
okay.
I'm kind of running 2 different patterns, one shallow-ish, you know, and one deeper. So I'm doing things a little bit different. But yeah, it's just a handful of spots that I'm kind of rotating around and hoping for the best.
Okay, and of course the $1 million question, that the topic that's come up left and right.
Yep.
Forward-facing sonar. Are you using it?
Yeah, I am. I probably only caught maybe half of my weigh fish on it. I'm like I say, I'm doing some of that, but I'm also doing some that's not related to forward-facing sonar. So it's a tool for me regardless of how I'm fishing, but I mean, only strictly looking for fish is probably about 50% of my game plan.
Okay, great. And can you give us any bait tips of what you're using?
I mean, I'm doing what a lot of guys are doing. I have a Demiki rig set up. I'm catching deep suspended fish. You know, I'm catching some on an underspin and some on a jig. You know, keeping it some Ozark staples and just trying to get some bites.
Good deal. Okay, is there a way I can get a picture of one of your baits or that you can show us? Sure. Awesome. What's that one called?
That is the Demiki rig. That is a bite me tackle head. That's the Buster head, so that's a 3/16. That's a little Demiki. I'm using different sizes and whatnot, but yeah, that's been a good one. And
awesome.
Yeah, definitely part of the game plan.
Well, good deal. Well, thank you very much, and good luck to you. I really hope you do well. You seem like a great guy, so good luck.
Yep.
All right, I got second place, Chad Mrazek.
Yep.
All right, he's in second place right now, and I'd like to know, first of all, where are you from?
Montgomery, Texas.
Montgomery, Texas. Okay, so not too far, I guess. First of all, do you have any wife? Do you have a wife and kids?
No, I got a girlfriend. That's it.
Okay. Soon to be after we get to 200,000, right? Here in the background?
A lot of decisions to make.
a lot of decisions to make. What would it mean to win $200,000?
I mean everything. You know, it'd go a long way, not only for my career, but for also, you know, just myself and others around me, everyday life. It changed my life for sure. It'd be life-changing.
Yeah. Have you been in this position before?
I've been in contention a few times, a handful of times in regular Toyota Series, but not in the championship. So it's the first time. Obviously, it's the goal to get here, and then fishing on day 3 is also the goal. We can't win it unless you're here on day 3.
Have you dreamed about this day?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you dream about holding the trophy.
Dropped, I dreamed of being here at Table Rock and in contention to win, and we put ourselves in the position. We just got one more day of bass fishing. That's it.
Okay, and how are you catching your fish?
Kind of a bunch of different things, catching a lot of roamers, a lot of single fish, targeting just ones by themselves, not really looking for groups. Catching about 5% of the ones I see. So
5%.
That, catching about 7 keepers a day. So
wow,
it's definitely been a grind every day. But, you know, if I get 5 of them to bite, they're usually the right ones.
Does your neck hurt at all after you know?
Yeah, it does. It does. I've been staring at my screen for 2 days straight, and I'll be doing it on the 3rd day too.
Okay, now I've tried it, you know, and I think I've caught like 3 fish, and I've had the thing for like 3 or 4 years. Can you give the guys some advice?
Man, just time on the water. That's all I'll say. You got to get comfortable with it. Get comfortable how you see things on the screen, and the more fish you catch definitely helps more. You know, you can start telling what's a bass and what's not a bass just by how they move, how they react to baits, and that's it. Really, just spending time on the water, staring at that screen as much as you can, and then staying versatile too. You know, I think being able to know what fish do all different times of the year is definitely going to tell you where to be looking and where to drop that troll motor in and start looking.
Okay, and how about some bait advice?
Pretty much Alabama rig, a jig, and a drop shot for me.
Okay, Alabama rig, jig, and a drop shot. So, do you actually throw a jig on those fish that you see also?
Yeah, I do. You know, if they're up high, I try to get them moving a little bit, but if not, then I'll try to drop something on their head and shake it down there and try to force them to bite.
I've heard stories of people staying on fish for a long time. Will you actually follow the fish around?
Yeah, you know, the thing is with these fish is they're not really moving too far, but they will be really finicky and fickle with eating the bait. So I will stay on them for a long time. It's not that I have to chase them real far, but it's kind of more just sitting there and forcing them to bite, you know, shaking it in front of their face or just seeing how they react to different movements of the bait.
Wow. All right, man. That's some great advice. Thank you. And good luck, man. We hope you do well.
Thank you.
All right.
Boat number 1, Michael Raber. Levi out here.
From the mistakes.
Thank you, fellas. Great job this week. See you back out here at 3:30 this afternoon. Boat number 2, Chad Razak.
You never know
Will
someone's background
Lansing.
until you actually get to sit down and talk with them and find out
Follow
what they've
that
done,
Phoenix
good or
flag
bad.
boat right out to the
It's
Middle
amazing,
Lake
man. This
buoys.
whole
Boat
fishing
number
industry.
3, Colby Miller, Zach Barrera. Boat number 4, Travis Harriman, Al Hopkins. Boat number 5, Drew Gill, Justin Kernut. Boat number 6, Jeremy Gordon, Brett Robbins. Boat number 7, Emil Wagner, Morgan White. Boat number 8, Jacob Walker, Casey McCommons. Boat number 9, Christian Ostrander, David Matual. Boat number 10, Dakota Eber, James Fender.
You got her now. Well, yeah.
Boat number 11, Justin Lucas, Benji Winkler. Boat number 12, Alec Morrison, Scott Spencer. Boat number 13, Evan Kung, Kenneth Heckel. Boat number 14, Rick Harris, Pop Catalan. Boat number 15, Brian Green, Nicholas Swanson. Boat number 16, Jason Gramada, William Lewis. Boat number 17, Brad Jelinek, Robert Griswold. Boat number 18, Eric Luzak, Kirk Marshall. Boat number 19, Brody Campbell Sakai Ushio. Boat number 20, Jacob Welch, Paul Gellis. Boat number 21, Cole Breeden, Bruce Harris. Boat number 22, Derek Hudson, Riley Nielsen. Boat number 23, Jacob Keenum, Zach Eggleston. Boat number 24, Ken Thompson, Chad Garton. And boat number 25, Martin Villa and Robert Massey. Thank you, guys.
Wow! Let's see your 2-minute bounce. Wow! Getting it done on Championship Sunday.